Maycee, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
How do you feel about the decision?
Feel pretty happy with it. Obviously, I knew I did all the damage, so I was confident, that I was going to come out with a win.
But anytime you get a one card going for your opponent, I mean, I know it's like a split second, but do you get a little nervous?
No.
Yeah. And did you like your performance in there? Is there certain things that you felt like you wanted to do and you weren't able to, or you felt like you pretty much fought how you wanted to perform tonight?
Yeah, I was a little bit frustrated. Obviously she's strong, and she'd been working her wrestling, but the thing is she took me down and she was able to hold, but she wasn't doing any damage. So that was a little bit frustrating because it just felt like, we're just sitting here just to sit here. So I was trying to figure out a way to, cause damage and do some damage. But at the same time, I think if she was trying to, do some damage herself, it would have created a little bit more opening for us to have some scrambles. I think it would have been a little bit more exciting of a fight. But, I'm happy with the performance for sure.
In that first round, you had a weird tying up of the arm, and then you had a bunch of elbows. Have you practiced that before, or did that just come?
No, I mean, anytime you're in a grappling situation, I said this in the post-fight interview, anytime you're grappling, you always have to be innovative and creative, and I mean, things are going to happen. She was on top, and I had to create damage, and I have to find a way to win even when I'm on the bottom. So that's what I tried to do. I had to be the one winning in that position, even though she was the one on top.
4-0 now, nice run. You think you're in the top 10 by Tuesday when they update the rank?
I would love to be in the top 10, but if I'm not, then I'm gonna keep working my way up.
Yeah, and what makes sense for you next? What would you like in terms of timetable and as well as a type of opponent or even a name if you have in mind?
I think we need to talk to Mick and Hunter, but at the same time, obviously I've been saying the same thing over and over and over. My only true loss was to Alexa Grasso, and I won that third round, and obviously that's the fight that I want to work my way back up to. Obviously, with respect to her and Valentina needing their rematch potentially, but at the same time, I want that fight back. Whether it's the next fight or the fight after, I'm going to work my way up to there.
Okay. So ideally, it sounds like in this calendar year, 2023, I mean, you could be fighting either Alexa Grasso as a top contender fight if she loses the belt, or even as champion.
Potentially, I would love to. If they give me the spot, then I'll take it. But at the same time, the next girl that they put in my way, I'm going to wreck her too.
Yeah. And what about that Alexa Grasso loss kind of itches at you? Is it the fact that you won the third round and you feel like you're superior, or what exactly makes you want to get that one back so bad?
I mean, obviously, I lost to her, so obviously I want that fight back. But at the same time, I'm never going to create excuses because Alexa Grasso is a amazing athlete and fighter. But that was a camp that I am not proud of. I'm not proud of that at all. I had a lot of outside factors, but at the same time, I was training and I was working hard and I was going as though I was going to win that fight. And she was the better fighter that night. So obviously there's a little bit of a bitterness in my mouth. I want that fight back. But at the same time, she did win it and I'll get it back.
Yeah. If the UFC does book the immediate rematch, who do you think takes the belt?
That's something I would have to watch back, because I think Valentina was such a dominant champion. But at the same time, there was a couple of girls that I thought, would dethrone Valentina, and Alexa was one of them. So if she can do it once, she can do it again. So, honestly, I'm not sure at the moment who would win that fight because it could go either way.
Yeah. And last question for me. Do you enjoy sort of the change in guard or, the change in champion, or would you have liked to sort of keep Valentina as the person that you look forward to, dethroning?
Honestly, I think the change-up is good because it creates more excitement in the division. It shakes up a lot. We have a lot of different girls coming up and switching spots, and making their way. I think it keeps the division exciting for not just me, but every fighter in the females flyweight division. So I think it's a good thing, when things get shaken up, for sure.
Thank you, and congrats again.
Thank you.
Question over here. What did you make of your opponent's grappling? She did take you down 5 times, but what did you make of it? Obviously, you still, got the decision, so clearly you did something.
Yeah, I mean, obviously her takedowns were good, but her damage was not there, So if I'm going to take you down, I'm going to try and hurt you, and I feel like she took me down to not get hurt. So that's kind of, what I recognized in her grappling and in her wrestling, so we exposed that.
Yeah, and also I was talking to your coach right here. This is my first time ever covering an event. I have Uriah Faber eating lunch right next to me. I thought that was pretty funny. But speaking of your coaches though, I saw him. You know, he's giddy running. Running out of the cage, running. They had to tell him to go this way, go this way. What do your coaches mean to you? Like what is that relationship like?
It means a lot. Damn, I might cry. I'm sorry. I bounced around a lot, and I've always, I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. I bounced around a lot in camps and in gyms, and I've had a lot of amazing coaches, but I never felt at home. I never had like a home where I was like super, I'm sorry, my nose is running, everything's running, where I was like super proud and humbled and honored to be like learning and sharing the room with them. And them taking me under their wing and sharing their knowledge. It's an incredible thing, and I have a family inside of a family. It's special. I'm sorry, I'm falling apart over here.
Just fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
I got blood coming out. Oh man, we're messy over here.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.